It's not a shot. I ate the tablets.
Don't get him wet after midnight because he gets all hard and mushy looking.
Don't test me, you skippy little bitches. I get snippy when the blood sugar is low.
Welcome to the Beacon House Podcast, recorded live in Knoxville, Tennessee.
Am I the only one that thinks the word gerrymandering should be more involved with Christmas? Like, it just seems like a holiday tradition. Like, we're going to go sing carols and then we're going to go gerrymander a neighborhood.
La 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 la.
Yeah, man.
I don't know. What is
like
that?
when I hear the word gerrymandering, I'm like, yeah, Christmas. And people are like, no, it's a political thing. And I'm like,
what is the actual definition of gerrymandering?
Chestnuts, gerrymandering.
Hunter, look up the definition of gerrymandering.
Because I
I'm
used
already
it
on Google. I got you.
I recently used it in a sentence completely bass backwards, and somebody called me out for it. They go, "That's not what gerrymandering means," and I go,
It's like how politicians section off neighborhoods to get.
I have it if you
I thought
want
that
to
was
hear
redlining.
I got you. Oh, wait, sorry. I'm
Here we go.
Hold on.
We have a guest. Before we introduce her, she's going to read the definition of gerrymandering.
Gerrymander. Manipulate the boundaries of an electoral constituency so as to favor one party or class.
Yeah,
Achieve a result by manipulating the boundaries of an electoral constituency.
Constituency?
Constituency. I can read.
I know. I can tell.
Okay.
Anyway, yeah, I like the Christmas definition better.
Yeah.
Let's all go gerrymandering in our little red sweaters.
Yeah. Wait, red?
Ew. Anyway, welcome to Beacon House Podcast today, you guys. I hope no one's gerrymandering out there.
Spencer has a gold sweater.
I don't know.
It says Joe Jorgensen, go Clemson.
Actually, just have. I don't have that. I don't have that. Anyway,
Constituency.
Constituency.
Got it.
That voice you're hearing today is our guest, a returning co-host today, Leanne. How are you doing today? Introduce yourself to our audience.
Hello, everyone.
Tell us what's going on. Since the last time you were here, and we talked
Been
about
about a year or so.
Yeah, we talked about Nashville. You have since relocated to Knoxville.
Yes.
Oh, you're back in Knoxville for good?
Dope.
For good.
I didn't know that.
I met a man, fell in love, all that stuff. And, yeah, I wasn't planning on it. And I know that's cliche, but it happened.
Yeah.
And, man, so much has happened. I sold my house. He sold his house. We quit our jobs and moved to Knoxville.
That sounds amazing.
The timing was weird because coronavirus hit the planet, and
it hit really bad in Nashville, more so than in Knoxville.
Yeah. And
Still bachelorette parties everywhere.
Oh, the woo girls are mad. They can't ride the stupid little tractors around town and stuff. Anyway, yeah, so we moved, and he has a daughter who's 8 years old, and so now we're a little family unit. We were planning to get married this October, but we decided to postpone it. We didn't really have to for coronavirus, but we just figured we didn't know what it was going to look like by September, October. So instead of taking that chance, plus we had a lot going on with selling houses and moving and stuff, I just didn't have time to even plan anything. So we postponed it, and now we're living in Powell off the creek.
Nice.
Beaver Creek, if you're nasty. And
How close exactly is that to Spencer's house?
Pretty close.
Yeah, pretty close.
Relatively close.
Good.
We met for coffee one time, and it was very convenient, right in the middle of both of us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was a good little outing.
Yeah. I'm kind of showing Michael around because he's from New York. He's lived in Nashville for, I guess, probably 13 years, maybe.
All right.
And he was a school teacher for a long time, and then he did a 180 on his career and was a lineman for AT&T. And then
I don't know that football team.
a wire technician, if you will.
Okay.
And just teaching, his daughter has special needs, and a lot of her therapies are really expensive, and he just couldn't afford things on a teacher salary, which is pretty sad. So he did totally flipped his career and did wire technician for a long time, which is hard work, but it pays really well.
Yeah.
I was in a band with a guy who did that in Oak Ridge, and he got paid really well. They climbed telephone poles.
Did you guys call your band linemen?
No, it was actually called Bo Deadly.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah, it was a crazy math rock band. No singing. It was bizarre. It was so fucking bizarre, man.
Yes. Was it Tim? Tim Kuhn was in that?
No, Tim Kuhn I worked with at Guitar Center. He now produces the show on WBIR, and he's still a really good friend of mine, but he's a morning show producer, I think, at WBIR. Anyway.
Yeah, so that's what's going on. We're kind of still on the job hunt. The coronavirus stuff has slowed that down.
Yeah.
But, we're doing all right.
That's awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Yes, big
time.
big congrats. Welcome back to Knoxville. Sorry that it's right in the middle of all this bullshit. Maybe hopefully soon things will be fun again. Knoxville can be a pretty fun town when things are open, and it's safe to go around people you like,
Yeah.
But what else has been going on, guys? What's happening there? Hunter, if you guys can't tell, Hunter is being piped in via satellite again. Say hi,
Still
Hunter.
in quarantine.
Yes,
Yeah.
Hunter.
I don't need to be anymore. I learned from Spencer.
Hunter quarantines for like a month.
Timing wrong.
Yeah. It's okay. We prefer you to be. He read the word coronavirus like 2 months ago. He hasn't left the house since.
Yeah. That's fine.
We're kidding. Come on. He called me tick turd. I got to get back at him.
Is he going to do it again?
You're just gonna bounce the low hanging fruit all day. You're gonna shoot for something better than that.
I hear you're the one who bounces the low hanging fruit. Hey.
I don't know. I've never fallen in love with a man and moved to another, city for that. So I'm happy for you, but I can't relate.
I see.
Also, Leanne. I meant that for Spencer, though. Sorry.
Yeah, no. Good job, bud.
What a
add a way to be mean to our guest on accident.
Yeah, what a dick face.
Tick turd.
Tick
Wait,
turd.
no, I'm not being mean. Come on. It's true.
I know you guys can't see it right now, but Hunter's turning very bright red in the face. Did you guys hear that CDC released a report finally stating that hospitals have in fact actually been not technically falsifying reports, but maybe not have been 100% accurate in death of COVID rates?
Yeah.
And that a lot of people, like if someone died of a gunshot wound, but they tested positive for COVID, they marked it down as a death by COVID.
Including suicides.
Oh, wow.
And suicides.
Yeah, but it wasn't as low as they said. They said it was like 9%.
Yeah.
That was a weird thing.
But 9% of 100,000 deaths is a lot.
Not really.
That's at least 100.
That's less than people that
That's at least 100.
That's less than people that die from like hammers in a year. Seriously, that's less than people that die from falling over. Like,
No, I'm not saying it's a lot of deaths. I'm saying that's a lot of people being falsified of dying from something that the media is saying.
yeah. It's so originally there was. I know what you're talking about. This report. I'm glad we have it. I thought we talked about this. I guess we did.
Me and you talked about it over beers the other night.
Okay. So there's the CDC did release updated figures with the coronavirus numbers, and it basically they were talking about how it had been conflated and all this kind of stuff. I thought we talked, man, I'm trying to remember all the stuff I learned about this. So anyway, originally they were saying there's like 158,000 deaths in the U.S. due to coronavirus. And then the adjusted numbers were like 9,000, which was like 9% of the original number. So everybody, I almost said on the right, I don't want to make it a partisan thing, but a bunch of people that think it's a hoax all said, see, it was a joke from the beginning. That's less people than die from the Spanish flu or something every year or fucking whatever. But there's a number in between that's actually the real number that people that have killed by coronavirus. And actually, I know I was giving Hunter shit earlier, but Hunter's a perfect example. They took out people that had conditions like diabetes, hypoglycemia, people that were just morbidly obese, and all this kind of stuff. And what that's called is comorbidity. So the actual thing in between is you have to. So basically, it's like this. There were only about 9,000 perfectly healthy people with no other health conditions whatsoever that died because of coronavirus. And that's down from 158,000. So that's a big suspicious number. You are 100% correct, Casey. But it turns out a big portion of those people that did die, that didn't necessarily die because of coronavirus, they had cancer, diabetes, whatever, would have actually lived a long time if they hadn't gotten it. Mm-hmm. So you have to kind of adjust that number. And the actual number turned out to be something like 50,000. About 50,000 people would still be alive if not for coronavirus.
which is still a different number than 158,000.
That's a third.
Which is what politicians are pushing of like, oh, Trump let this many people die because of how his poor response to the pandemic.
A bunch of those people were suicides. Some of those people were like what they talk about, the comorbidity, were people that like died in car wrecks, plane crashes, actually died of natural causes, but the virus was in their bloodstream during the autopsy. They had no symptoms. They weren't sick. They counted everybody that even had an antibody. So yeah, the first number was way, way too big. But the people that went, see, we don't need to wear masks. I'm like, no, you fucking moron. Like,
still need to wear masks.
Still 50,000 people would be alive today if not for the COVID-19. So the death rate is small, but it's not inconsequential, I think, was the thing. And you have to really search for the reports that factor in what they call the comorbidity. Just wanted to explain that.
I still feel like more of this stuff just means that when the elections are over, it's all going to go away.
Dude, a lot of people are saying that, and just who knows, man. Leanne, where are you at on it? What's your?
Well, I just think
you're a very educated person, and also
with all that, I'm so. I don't know. I don't trust anything, really.
Yeah.
Because
same.
People in power and in high positions are opportunists and will spin things certain ways to benefit other things. And you also have the inconsistency of whether you got false positives or false negatives on certain tests. This test was from here and this test was from here and it didn't read right or whatever. So it's almost like who fucking knows?
Yeah, man.
Like, because so you know what? If it is this number that they're saying, it's not going to hurt anybody to take the precautions.
Man,
what's it going to do? Cause you some inconvenience, some uncomfort.
That's where I land on it right there, is because also I think of all the musicians and the performers that are trying to go back to work and all the clubs that are about to go out of business and close down, and the whole entire entertainment industry is trying to come back. And like that's my kind of whole thing, is like, whether you believe the virus is real or not, the health department decides whether things reopen or not. And until people really, really start wearing masks and doing their part, it's just going to ruin the entertainment industry longer and longer and longer. So, I don't know. I agree with you. There's a certain matter of solidarity. Just put a fucking mask on. You know?
Tulsi made a good point about, one of the reasons that nobody can come to any common ground on this is because there's so much misinformation out there. And so it's hard to tell what's the right thing to do when places like open parks and open air places were shut down, but restaurants and Walmarts were still open for people to go to. So they're like, well, so wait a minute, I can't go to the park and walk, but I can go to Walmart right now with everyone.
Where they're touching everything.
So tell me how. So nothing is consistent. Everybody's just like, well, there's just so much mixed misinformation that nobody knows what to believe.
It's like Whose Line? The points are made up and nothing matters.
Yes.
Yes. Hunter?
Exactly.
Yes.
Any comments on all that?
Just that I agree.
Are you awake, Hunter?
Now
I am awake. Well, we've talked about this so much. Leanne's opinion's good because it's different from the three of us, but the three of us who discussed it,
at
length. So I agree with you guys.
I do want to bring up something. I don't know if you guys want to talk about it. We talked about it before the podcast.
We want to talk about anything you want to talk about.
Cool. So the Jeffrey Epstein estate and Wayfair Incorporated have gotten together and made a new movie called Cuties that's coming out on Netflix soon.
Wow.
Oh.
Isn't it already out? Aren't people already watching it?
No.
Isn't it a show?
But talking about Tulsi reminded me of this because she made a big post about it, and it's like an awesome post. And she was just like, she says cancel Netflix, which I'm like, hold on, Altered Carbon season 3 is still happening, and Bly Manor's coming out. I don't know about cancel Netflix, but they definitely need to be fined for this show.
You mentioned the show before, and everybody in my news feed today and yesterday are just outraged. Are you sure it didn't debut? Because I feel like people are watching it.
I'm not going to search it on my Netflix because I don't want the
Same.
machine
I don't want
to know. I don't want the machine to know.
Well, somebody's been watching it because everybody's mad, and I know a ton of people that are like canceling their Netflix account.
I've seen people defending it.
Have you really?
Like, oh, this is just showing what's happening. I don't know. I haven't watched it. I don't really plan on watching it.
Yeah,
I have heard that the movie or the TV show or whatever it is a satire, and it's a social. I can't think of the word. It's like
Dude, you know the only way we're going to get to the bottom of this is we're all going to have to watch it
fuck
together.
no, fuck
Nope.
no,
We're all going to have to wear little dresses and watch it together.
no.
Casey, you look nice in a dress.
the worst.
You have a fancy little
Thanks.
dress.
Thanks. No, I'm good.
Hunter, I feel like your dress, yours was like a southern dress, like a milkmaid, like you're milking a cow. That'd be
Like a sundress,
yeah, like you work at cruise farms.
like
That's
a big hat and like a little bow tie on his chin,
yeah.
and he walks around going, "I never."
You guys still there?
Yeah, can you hear
Hello,
us?
can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you. I just didn't want to hear that.
All right.
I honestly, man, I have no desire to watch it. I don't think.
Well, it's and the director. He even came out and was trying to defend it. He was like, "No, it's a satire. It's not really like." And it's like, "Fuck off, dude! Like this is gross."
I mean, it probably is.
Jojo Rabbit's also a satire, and it was one of the best movies ever made, and it didn't have to have like gross shit in it,
Yeah,
Satire?
I don't know.
Thing.
How do you satire?
or like a social something about young like girl pageants and like all this other shit. And, like,
Yeah, I
he's
was
trying to
under the
make a
impression
statement
it
with it, and he missed the mark bad.
Well,
don't know how you
somebody
can
in the
say that,
boardroom at
though.
Netflix was like, "Yeah, let's put it in there."
Yeah, it had to get past censors somewhere. Somebody had to
That's the
go.
problem.
Yeah, like it went through production. Somebody was on board, and you know, it had however long it was. It had to have taken like a year to make it. And at some point, executives were still signing off on it all year long.
Yeah,
and they
sounds good.
It got through a lot of gates to get out on net. You know, the movie just doesn't wind up on like one guy doesn't make it and then just upload it. You know,
I mean, that's true, but also I'm thinking of ending things. The movie came out on Netflix, and no one caught that either. So
holy shit. We'll get to that soon. I don't even.
not this episode,
guys-
but
My God.
fuck that.
My God.
You guys think there might be a problem in Hollywood with like pedophiles running things, and maybe that's what's going on?
Hey.
Did you hear my Jeffrey Epstein joke before I brought this up?
I did. Yeah. I enjoyed it.
I don't know.
Thought it was well placed.
Yeah,
So
I know
who's
Kevin
in the
Spacey's in it.
boardroom? Who's at the table?
Kevin Spacey, Harvey Weinstein, Warren Buffett probably. If I had to guess, a Rothschild is in there somewhere. A Rockefeller.
A Rothschild and just a regular child.
Hey,
What? No?
Spencer.
Yeah.
Too soon? Too soon.
No.
Too soon? Hunter, too soon?
It's never the right time.
But
Never. No pedophilia jokes. They can't have one ever. I'll stop.
I don't think they're doing that.
I'm
to
not
this.
your
Like
censor.
in that room though, they're not. It's not like that.
To
They
be
haven't-
clear, I think you can joke about a thing without endorsing that thing.
Oh, sure.
Maybe I
Sure.
don't. Maybe this is not a good path to go down. I think you can make a joke without being like I can joke about pedophilia without being like pedophilia is okay. Same with like racism and stuff. I think there's I don't know. Maybe I'm whatever.
I'm just gonna let you keep going. I'm not gonna say
This
anything.
point I just edit.
Hey, Spencer.
Just throw an edit in there for Spencer's sake.
Spencer, how's that hole?
Edit.
How's that hole you're digging?
Well, like people talk. I don't think you have to be attached to something for it to be funny. Like people tell horrible jokes about God, and I find them funny.
Sidebar.
You know what I mean?
I mean, Carlin.
No, way
Yeah.
darker than Carlin. Like,
Oh, okay.
There's some horrible jokes about Jesus that are disgusting.
Oh, yeah.
Have you seen The Norseman on Netflix?
Is that the one that's kind of like Vikings but comedy?
Yes, they do that. There's a lot of things that you're not supposed to joke about that they do joke about, and it's kind of dry humor.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know. It's not like ha 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 laugh your brains out funny, but it's like, oh, okay, funny.
Well, see, I'm
You
from
know?
also from that generation that's nihilistic. So, like, I'm Gen X, man, and we grew up just like anything anybody clung tightly to was fucking on the table to
Yeah.
be chopped up.
Yep.
You know, anytime somebody got up in their ass and was so serious about a cause or whatever like that, at some point, and I don't know the logic behind that, but it made sense to me. At some point, when somebody's carrying like a huge flag and they're just super emotional about something like that, they need like
to be an American.
something.
At least I know I'm free.
Even when people are protesting things that are like awful, at some point you just be, man, set the fuck down and shut up. You know, like start-
2020
Well,
period.
I don't know, man.
Yeah. Yes.
No, I get it.
Yeah.
I'm not saying which things and blah blah. Obviously, pedophilia is not okay. Obviously, racism is not okay. Obviously, government corruption is not okay. Obviously, things are not okay. But again, like South Park, you either think it's funny or you don't. And if
Yeah.
you think it's funny, you think everything's funny.
It's
You
true.
know?
I do find almost
Nothing's off
everything
limits.
funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're wanting to see stuff like that, the Norsemen.
They
joke about rape and pillaging.
Dude, my whole thing is like funny's funny. It's either funny or it's not. Like you can't go, well, now I think things are funny until they start joking about that. And if you say that, you don't understand humor. Humor isn't about all humor is a joke. You know what I mean? Like Chris D'Elia said that. He goes, hey, you know why you shouldn't get mad about comedians?
About pedophiles.
No, he got cleared.
Oh, did he?
He released all his emails. He was totally in the clear. That was total cancel culture coming after him. Yeah, D'Elia's cleared, dude. But fucking, that's old news.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he didn't do anything. Anytime he would ask the people he was texting, how old are you? How old are you? And the minute they said under 18, he ghosted them. But he knew what he was doing. But again, I'm not saying he's not lecherous to women and super creepy, but as far as like all that underage stuff, he got cleared of that. But he goes, you know why you shouldn't get mad at comedians for saying things? We're joking. And I thought that was hilarious because a joke is a joke. By nature, it's not meant to be serious. You know, so you should be able to joke about things without people going, no, hold on a minute there.
If you want to talk about joking and pedophilia and that kind of stuff, just listen to Louis C.K.'s SNL monologue where he was like he went in on it and was like, I mean, there has to be something to it. These people love it. And like everyone got real quiet and no one was laughing. And he was just like, oh, I think I've lost this crowd. He's like, I mean, think about it. If they outlawed Baby Ruths, eventually you'd want a Baby Ruth, right? And it's like, nope,
Damn.
Whoa.
Like
that's a little. I mean, again,
here's the thing: everything can be joked about. It's whether or not the people find it funny. And honly,
yeah.
I like Louis C.K., but that shit wasn't funny.
Yeah, I don't find that funny. Yeah. But I think he should be allowed to say that joke. He should be able to recite that written monologue. You know what I mean? I don't know. I think
Dave Chappelle's a big proponent of just letting people talk. He's like, I get up and I talk shit. And if people get mad, then they don't understand. Like, we're the last truth speakers. Like, this is what we do. We joke. We give people the truth, whether they like it or not, and hopefully they laugh at it.
Yeah, and there's some truth even in a thing you don't mean. Mm-hmm. If you say it in a funny way, you know, if you're trying to get people laughing and you make something up or whatever, there's a truth in there about like the human spirit.
Yeah.
And I think again, I'm big anti-censorship. You know what I mean? I think we're much more well equipped to deal with the truth when you can see the truth.
Yeah. Well, you let us know what you think about Cuties when you watch it.
I'm not watching it without you in your dress.
No.
Hunter, are you going to watch it? Are you watching
Absolutely
it right now?
not.
Are you watching it right now?
Absolutely not.
Do you have?
No, I'm looking up pictures of Tarzan artwork while I'm talking to you guys.
That's kind of the same thing.
No, it's not. Oh, it's not. He's a grown man in a loincloth.
Oh, that's better.
Cool, bro. Cool.
Do you like gladiator movies?
I love Gladiator.
Did your mom drop you off at your wife's house today? Or?
I can hear Cuties on in the back. Hunter's not here, but I can hear him watching Cuties in the background.
Oh, no,
I won't ever be able to buy tangerines again now.
What? Huh?
Wait, what?
What?
The little tangerine cuties. I won't ever be able to buy those again.
Oh man.
Just too intellectual for
I'm
me.
gonna have to go Halos all the way.
The ones
guys
at
not
Kroger's are called Happies, I think.
I'll take that.
I thought they were called Tangelos. The little oranges.
You watch your mouth.
I don't know. This mutant orange. It's Kroger. I don't fuck with it. I'd like, fuck you. You're not supposed to be that size. Didn't a lot of stuff used to be different sizes than they
Bananas used to be a lot smaller.
And have seeds.
Yeah.
Then they put hormones in the food, and now they're
And they
getting
weren't
bigger.
sweet.
It's like a plantain. Is that like basically a prehistoric banana?
I think
Guess so.
plantains are their own thing.
Oh, they look like a little banana.
Plantains are
that's true.
huge. What are you talking about?
Plantain? I thought they were little.
No, they're big.
Oh,
Plantains are like fucking massive.
shit. What do I know? Weird. Well, they're fucking with the food now. The food supply is getting fucked with.
Yeah. Like they release cotton candy grapes, and you're like, cotton candy grapes? Like, what the fuck? It's just super sweet grapes.
Really?
Yeah. That's all
The
it
one
is.
that I think is weird. I understand the convenience, but seedless watermelons, like, how do you
That's-
grow another watermelon
That's freaking nature.
if it doesn't
I
have
don't know.
seeds?
I do appreciate seedless grapes, though, because fuck grape seeds.
True.
No?
Grapes have seeds? You're thinking of muscadines.
No, grapes have seeds.
Really?
A muscadine? What's that? That sounds like a country singer.
You've never had a
Casey,
muscadine?
A muscadine?
Yeah, muscadines are about this big. They taste like grapes, but they have huge seeds in them.
That sounds like a company that
modifies.
modifies old Hondas.
Try muscadine.
Oh, dude, if you crush grape seed into a powder and snort it, it numbs all your faculties for like a day.
So, anyways, did you guys know how Blood Orange came about?
Blood orange?
A blood orange.
Is this a sequel to Blood Diamond?
No,
Is this a joke setup?
Okay.
no, it's not. Like it. No, it really is. Like
We
how,
can't tell. Casey looks like he might be getting ready to say some shit. You can look at his face. You can't tell.
So you know, a blood orange, normal looking orange. You cut it open, it's blood red, fleshy
Isn't
on
that
the
in
inside.
the intro to Dexter? Was that
Yeah,
that was a
blood orange.
Okay.
Which, by the way, once I found out where to like buy them, like what Kroger sells them, and they're very seasonal. I buy them all the time. They're delicious. They
They are?
taste so good.
Is it like are they like a grapefruit?
They're not. In fact, a blood orange came about because a guy in Florida was having problems with like birds and raccoons getting up his orange trees. So he planted raspberry bushes, which have thorns on them, around the trees, and they cross-pollinated, and the oranges came out with a very bright red inside, and it's because of the raspberry bushes.
So it's a cross between an orange and a raspberry.
Sort of, except there's no real taste of raspberry to it. It's just the coloration from the like genetic mutation of like being planted nearby.
I have never heard that.
Well, you know, if you, I've heard that like if you plant flowers and you put nails in the soil, that it'll change the color of the flower
Really?
Oh,
because of the iron that comes out of it or something.
Does it make it brighter, like more
I'm not
vibrant?
sure. I'm not sure. Do you know?
or does it stain it like the?
The pH balance.
Somewhere there's a religious joke in there somewhere. if you plant nails, okay, look.
Oh no.
What? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Everybody's offended by something.
No.
Casey? Or
I'm not offended,
Not Casey.
take it.
Good Lord.
See, Hunter, if you were here in person, this wouldn't be happening. You could see us.
I don't
I
find
just
that
can't
joke.
tell you apart when I can't hear
To
you.
be honest
see
with you, to be honest with you, Spencer, I don't find that joke funny at all.
See?
You did find that statement funny.
I did. It was cute. Yeah.
Hey guys, keep talking. My blood sugar dropped. I'll be right back. I'm grabbing glucose.
What? What?
Just I won't be
Hey,
here
guys,
for
I'll
like
be right
2
back. I'm about to pass out. I'm going to grab some glucose. Like, you're like a little sugar gremlin walking to your kitchen. Like, ooh, I'm going to go get my shots. I'm going to shoot up my sugar.
Holy shit. Holy shit. That was funny. Hunter, are you still listening? He's not there. He's gone for a minute. I think Hunter now has this high-tech device that's in his arm.
Yeah.
And he's been microchipped like a
Yeah.
puppy. And he can,
So Bill Gates got to him.
he got him. Yeah.
Poor kid.
And he can look at it because he was during band practice. He was like, "Oh, my sugar." He had it
Yeah.
on his phone.
Do you think
It's like Bluetooth to the thing inside you.
as a diabetic, can you eat fruit? I feel like that's a lot of sugar.
You
in
have
fruit.
to sometimes to keep your glucose right, don't you?
Huh?
I don't
We're
know.
going to wait on the expert here.
Well, I just
Yeah.
feel like, I mean, we've all seen Hunter. He needs to eat more fruit. he's real pale. It's kind of scaring me.
Somewhere
I'm worried
there's-
about him.
Somewhere in
Eat
here,
some raspberries.
somewhere in here, there's a religious joke. Kidding. I'm kidding. So, anyway, so Leanne, what's been going on in life? You got any good stories for us while Hunter's sweetening his sugar up a little bit? While he's getting some sugar in his tank.
I don't know. Let's see. I watched Cobra Kai, all of that's out there, and
Is it 2 seasons?
2 seasons.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
And you know,
Live
it's
up to the
corny in just the right spots.
It's super cheesy, but
And-
so was the fucking 80s.
right, exactly.
yeah.
And the music's awesome. So good.
There's a lot of rat in it. Yeah.
There are playlists already made on Spotify of all the music on
Are
there.
they really?
So, you know, they put a lot of new stuff. You know, Airborne.
Oh, yeah.
They're
Australian
not
band.
80s, but they sound fucking 80s.
They sound like
They're
AC/DC, yeah.
But they're on there, and it's awesome. I always like them.
The Strike. The Strike sounds very
The
80s.
Strike is so incredible. They have a new song out, new video. It's amazing.
Yeah.
The Strike is incredible. If you haven't heard The Strike, they have like a saxophone player. It's amazing.
Have you heard Blinding Light by The Weeknd?
No.
Also very 80s.
Yes.
Oh.
You
Very
played
cool.
it for me. You played it for me,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, dude. Super good.
Very
There's
catchy.
a lot of 80s throwback coming along.
The 80s are coming on their way back.
Dude, the 80s are amazing. I guess people are starting to kind of. What do you think? Why is it taking this long? Is it because.
I think I think that it's hard to make anything really new anymore.
Yeah.
So it's like we got to bring some old stuff back and bring it around, because I've actually thought about this recently. I had a hobby of going to estate sales and antique stores and collecting cool stuff, but then you accumulate a lot of junk. You don't know what to do with.
100%. Yeah.
But I was thinking, like, and if you watch any of those, like, American Pickers or any of those shows, and there are certain items that right now are, they're so expensive because they're so valuable.
Right.
And I was thinking, like, what thing in the past, let's say, 20 years, 25 years, will eventually be something that would be considered antique or classic, collectible. Because, like, right now you think of a collectible car. You think of, like, an antique car, 70s.
I can't see anybody lining up.
But who's going to get, like, a 2005
Civic?
something,
Hey, man, a 2008 Ford Tempo. Sweet. I get it.
That was a car, a Ford Tempo.
But I
Ford
can't.
Tempo.
I can't think
I
of
think
anything.
they have new. I think they've reissued the Tempo.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of car names
And
are
the
interesting.
Dart.
The Dart, the Dodge Dart, the Ford Tempo, the Hyundai Sonata,
But I can't think of anything, whether it's
the Honda Prelude. They have these musical
a
names.
radio. We don't have physical music. I mean, we do. We have it being made, but
Oh, so you're talking about like the nostalgia of getting like an old typewriter or
Like-
like an old radio.
50 years from now, what is something from
It's just going to
right
be a bunch of
now
like it's going to
that
be
would be collectible, valuable? Oh, man,
An
I can't
iPad.
believe I found this.
it's going to be a pile of old laptops.
Yeah,
iPhones? I don't know.
I guess. I know iPods are probably really hot right now. Like if you were to like buy an old iPod and still put music on it, people would probably go
Interesting.
apeshit over that.
Yeah, you're right. Technology's the nostalgic aspect of technology has diminished tremendously. Yeah, everything's it's moving towards convenience, so there's not that like nothing's trimmed out in chrome anymore. You know what I mean? Nothing looks like an old radio at an antique store, which I agree.
Yeah.
It was very exciting to me to find. shit
No
like that.
fans don't have wood paneling anymore.
Yeah,
Like, vinyl has made a huge comeback,
it's true. But
and it's being remade.
yeah, I think
booming right now.
it's booming, and some of it looks fucking insane. Like the actual vinyl they're using it can have pictures in it. It can be
Clear.
It can be colored all crazy. So records look unreal now. I wish I was further along the new vinyl trend. But yeah, you're right. It's what is nostalgia going to look like in 50 years?
Oh, I actually was just handed a joke in that nostalgia in the future for now is going to be toilet paper. Yeah,
It's fair.
it's going to be very
It
hard to come by.
It already is for me because I'm so clean.
Oh, you got a bidet, didn't you?
I was there,
Good
kids.
movie
best.
tickets.
I was there.
Oh, dude, I hope movies. What do you think about that, Hunter? I know you're a huge cinephile. Theaters are opening back up, and some movies are only coming out in
How
theater.
dare you? I am sitting right here, and I am way more of a cinephile than Hunter.
Right, but you're also less
He's
of a
just trying to
purist.
engage so I don't die on the episode.
I mean, you're right. I'm not a purist.
You're okay
Like,
watching it at home. But Hunter's like big on
Yeah.
going to the theater and all that stuff. What do you think about all that stuff,
I
Hunter?
don't want to die
Yeah, I don't either.
for a movie.
I'm not worried about that. I meant like physical tickets.
Oh, because we're all buying
in
on
terms of
like
yeah, like everyone's
what's it called? Not
using
IMDb.
the smart code or whatever thing.
Adam or
Fucking Fandango.
Yeah.
That's it. We all buy tickets. Yeah. They actually have a physical ticket that you tear off and all that.
now.
Probably same with concert tickets too. I've got a whole stash of incredible concert tickets. Like to me, it's real exciting to look back on some of those and go, "Holy crap! I really saw like Motley Crue or whatever." Like that's a big
Yeah.
deal. So, yeah.
Do you guys find it interesting that AMC and Regal both shut down for COVID in March and are just now in September reopening, which is, I mean, a long time. And Regal's response, like AMC's like, oh, we're going to go bankrupt. We're in trouble. And Regal's like, we're going to remodel. We have too much money. We're just going to completely redo our entire building on the inside and add a slide.
Was it because AMC was already hurting pretty bad?
I guess it blows my mind that Regal didn't they weren't. I guess they weren't paying employees, so they had plenty of money stored up. But they just remodeled. Like you thought, like everyone's like, oh, theater's going to take a hit. Regal's like, not us. We got a stupid amount of money.
They spent money.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
I noticed that too. AMC was in dire straits for a while though, before all this.
well, yeah, because they picked a fight with a whole fucking studio, and they're like, well, if you're going to put your stuff on like on streaming services, you can't show it at AMC theaters. And I was like, well, that's a terrible move on your part because streaming services are way more popular than AMC theaters. No one wants that shitty popcorn.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah, but AMC was already in trouble even before that
Yeah.
happened. Not nearly as bad, but like the point is they were already in a rocky boat. So
I watched the new Bill and Ted from home, and I thought it was wonderful.
what'd you think?
Well, it's fan service. Casey said that. It's fan service. And I think that's the best description of it is it's not going to be the greatest movie anybody's ever seen. It's not as good as the first one, but it's better than the second one. And it was fun. It was a fun watch. And I didn't feel like, oh, I wish I could be seeing this in a theater. In fact, it was kind of a, because it's like a mid-level mediocre type. Not shitting on Bill and Ted, but
It's not the real name.
I don't know that I would have gone. I would have wanted to see that in a theater. But again, that was just me. Like I can imagine if you're like on a date or if you're with somebody else. Like I feel like I would miss going to the theater. Like I don't know. I think there's still a big need for theaters and the movie going experience and all that stuff. But what do you guys think?
I definitely don't miss Cinnabar and their overpriced, undercooked pizza.
Yeah, that you only get if you're a single female in the first place. Otherwise, you got to like hurt yourself or somebody else to get attention.
Zing.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah,
I just had
Sure.
a buffalo chicken pizza once, Hunter. God.
Ellie, you looked beautiful that day, and I looked taken. So you got your food. I didn't get anything. That's all I'm saying.
You sound hungry.
Yeah, buddy. Do you take your glucose shot? You little fucking sugar gremlin.
Sugar gremlin.
It's not a shot. I ate the
Don't
tablets.
get him wet after midnight
Tablets.
because he gets all hard and mushy looking.
Don't test me, you skivvy little bitches. I get snippy when my blood sugar is low.
I'm not scared of you.
Of course,
I'll just throw a bag of
that
sugar
was
at you.
not
It'll be
directed
fine.
at you. Just to be clear.
Shit, that was amazing.
I'll fight you with powder sugar hands.
Okay, well that's we're
You
gonna.
know, you know how pimps put baby powder before they slap? I put powdered sugar on my hands before I give Hunter a good slap in the face.
You're like on guard. There's going to be a duel.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Really?
yeah.
No, that's
If
why
you
I'm
never
away
watched
from
that, if you never watched Chappelle tell that story, you should go watch it. It's stellar.
I think it's the one that there's two. There's a Netflix special where there's 2 episodes, quote unquote. I think, and
Yeah.
the one that he talks about that is called Iniquity or something like that.
I know if you just Google or if you just YouTube Chappelle, why Chappelle left show business, you usually will find it. And
Yeah.
it's fucking awesome.
I don't like the pirate stuff, though. I'll go to the source, Netflix.
Make sure you watch Cuties afterwards.
No.
He's
my
got it on right now
gosh.
in the background.
Yeah.
It's
No.
on. He's got it on right now.
Yeah.
Hunter, you are a cutie. We think you're a cutie.
Yeah. Scantily clad 11-year-old. What are we going with this?
Oh, see, you went there. You fucking went there now. See, funny is funny.
Edit. No,
I'm not editing that. No, scantily clad. Hunter's 11.
All right.
Blood
Dude,
flow.
I do
Leanne,
have
thank
a
you so much
target
for
in my
joining
car.
us.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
She so regrets it.
No, she doesn't. This is
No.
great.
This is nothing new.
Yeah, just don't put us on your resume.
Fair.
You'll be fine. I was on the Beacon House podcast
I'm
once.
gonna add
Let's
at
listen
the
to
bottom, listen to Beacon House podcast for
Yeah.
reference when I'm applying for jobs.
Holy shit.
Dude, we managed to get Glenn Jacobs to agree to come on the podcast and then never show up. So
Yeah. I think
Yeah, that
they
was
said
great.
that he'd love to come on. And then I think they listened to the show and they were like, oh, never mind.
that. Just kidding.
2020.
yep.
Well, gang,
Social dilemma.
Watch Social Dilemma.
watch Social Dilemma.
I got that. That's a big one. Everybody watch Social Dilemma. We'll talk about it on here soon, but please watch it. It's staggering.
Hunter, any final words? Perfect. Thanks, bud.
Give me sugar.
Awesome. Yeah. Anyway, Leanne, thank you so much for coming on.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you for being here. Welcome back to Knoxville, even though you've
It's
been here for
always
a little
nice
while.
to have you.
Thanks. Yeah.
And
Uh-oh. Hunter coughed. He's going to miss 14 more days. We're going to have to phone him in for 14 more. Thanks a lot, Hunter. Appreciate the cough. You had to swallow that water down the wrong way, you piece of shit.
Oh, it's the sugar tablets. Tropical fruit flavor.
What are you, a fucking horse?
Low blood sugar boost.
You over there eating carrots and drinking, like licking salt licks? What
it makes him thirsty when he watches Cuties.
Oh
Stop.
my gosh.